Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening. Please, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Yustini. I am a student of program Doctor in Management Universitas Sriwijaya, South Sumatra in Indonesia. I would like to deliver my presentation today. The title Instrument Test Special Education and Development and Workload as Determining Factor of Police Performance. The promoter, Prof. Badia Perizade, MBA, PhD, and the second co-promoter is Prof. Dr. Yuliani MM. The first co-promoter is Haji Isnur Hadi, MBA, PhD. The background of my research is introduction, literature review, method, result, and conclusion. As we know, since the reformasi in Indonesia highlights on the professionalism and performance of the police of the Republic of Indonesia has never enough. Reform caused various change, the process of changing from the old of culture to the new Polri culture according to the demands of reform takes a lot of times. And that is an environmental pressure condition could become a pressure situation which could make some Polri members experience pressure. States by Karnavian on 20 and 70. And the next could become a pressure situation which could make some Polri members experience pressure. State by Harry at 20 and 19. The viral Indonesian social media about the tagar percuma lapor polisi, the viral takes in as an evaluation from the community. The community wants the Polri to work better. The Polri hope that the tag will be a motivation for the Polri to improve its performance in the future. The research gaps in my research is a member not always respond positively to change in the Polri organization. There is a conflict of interest and a priori attitudes or suspicious of change, rigid organizational structure, and limited resources. To survive in the area democracy, Polri must be trusted by the public. Polri must improve itself, and from the result of study, one of the factors causing low public trust is Polri performance, which is considered to be still not optimal, especially in terms of professionalism. Within the police, there are still many conflicts, legal proceeding, extortion, case engineering, public service that are still not optimal, and IT-based reporting system that is still minimal. Speed the response community calls perhaps low, stated by Karnavian 20 and 17. Public trust in Polri performance is important instrument in measuring the quality of police service. Wahyu Rudanto 20 and 18. Research gap, several studies leads to police performance have been carried out amongst other, stated by Baron 20 and 3 and Muhammad 20 and 17, Debus et al. 20 and 18. Empirical phenomena is there are still very few opportunities to take part in special education and development and only once a year, and even not in areas that are really needed to improve member. Empirical phenomena supporting data. The violation by police member are related by the professional security division of national police. There have been in 6,049 disciplinary violation committed by members of national police in the beginning of 20 and 21 until now. Data, the result of interview with the regional police for the human resources obtains information that are still obstacle effort to increase human resources within the ranks of the South Sumatra police, namely the limited quota to take part in special development education because it is center headquarters, and quota for specialist development education student is intended for police member in all headquarters, works unit, mayor, and regional police rank. Data on number of police officers we have attended special development education can you see in the table 1. Table 1 number of Polda police officers who have participated in specialist education and development in the 2018 until 20 and 22 is still record. The total of the police national had special education and development among the 367. Formulation of the problem in this research: what is the influence of specialist education and development and workload of member performance instrument test result? Propose this study analyzing and empirical probing the effect of specialist education and development and workload on member performance through instrument test. Grand theory. The grand theory in my research is performance theory by Locke, Skinner, Fleischmann, Venkatraman, Ramanujam, Stoner, and Wankel, Murphy, Campbell, in Pancevic, Konopsky, Chen, and Latam, Misa, and Bruno. And middle ring theory is from Barney and Wright, and Polyhart, Nyberg, Lilly, and Maltarik. Then applied theory is about workload. The literature review, the scanner cognitive evaluation defined performance as the value of the set of employee behaviors that contributed either positively or negatively to organizational goal accomplished when, while according to Stoner and Wankel, performance is the quality and quantity of the works accomplished by individual, group, and organization. Ivan Cepik-Konovaki and Mathinson state that job performance may be viewed as a function of the capacity to perform, the opportunity to perform, and the willingness to perform. Performance is largely determined by willingness to work capacity and employment opportunity, illustrated by the figure 2. And the next, the conceptual framework of this study is described as follows: specialist education and development effect to police and performance, and workload effect to the police performance too. The study used an analytical technique with an inferential statistic approach. The scope of the research is limited to the influence of education and development and workload on member performance. The police officers who are the objective of this research are spread across 1 Polrestabes Palembang and 16 Polres within Sumatra police area. The science study. This research was conducted through a quantitative method approach with a cross-sectional survey research design in data collection. The survey was conducted to collect data related to the relationship between specialist education and training and workload of members of the South Sumatra Regional Police and performance. Research data, primary data, which is data collected for the first time by research such as the result of distributing questionnaire and interview. Quantitative data use different scale size, which can be classified as nominal scales, ordinal scale, and interval scales, and ratio scale. But in this study, the scale used is ordinal scales. Population example, the research population in member of the National Police who serve in the ranks of the South Sumatra Regional Police who have attended education development and the amount of 317 and 8%. The result, this section of this result, the field study conducted the result of quantitative descriptive analysis and result of the variable analysis, namely the specialization education and development VD and workload DK variable on the performance of police officers who data were obtained from questionnaire they had distributed by a 15-member police serving in the South Sumatra Regional Police. The validity test will test its variable used in this study. The criteria used determining and the validity of statement used in the study are below. Significance level of 0.05. And the next, from test validity of performance variable from the fourth one one table, the result of validity test for the police performance variable are obtained where there are no items that have a corrected item total correlation value less than 0, 5, and 3, so that all items in the performance variable can be used, so that the statements of variable police performance consist of 20 and 2 items is a valid. And the next, education and development variable. From the result testing validity of the item in the education and development variable shows that the table above the corrected item total correlation test result obtain more than 0, 1, 5, 5, 3, so that item are declared valid. So the statement of for the education and development variable consists of 7 items is valid. And the last, workload variable. Workload variable can you see in the table 403. And the last, reliability test. Reliability test is used to measure the consistency of the construct research variable. Measuring the variability test was carried out using the Cronbach's alpha statistical test. The construct of variable is said to be moderately reliable if given Cronbach's alpha coefficient value greater than 0.6. The result of the reliability test show that Cronbach's alpha coefficient values of the variable studies show various results, and the variable produce Cronbach's alpha more greater than 0.60. Thus, it can be concluded that is the museum instrument used to study is reliable. Conclusion. The conclusion of this research is all the item in this variable is valid and reliable. Okay, I think thank you for my presentation today. Maybe you have any question for me, please, times for you. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.